Hey everybody, I am back. Happy 4th of July. It is Sunday. 4th of July was yesterday, and I hope everyone is staying cool because it is a million degrees outside. I live in Virginia and it is like 102, but it's like a feel of 112. So please stay cool. I am back with another repotting. I have a few things I wanted to put into pots today, um, and just chat. So I have here pink princess philodendron that has been in this setup for maybe 2 or 3 months, probably 3 months. And I had it in water and I moved it to perlite. Well, first I had it in water, then I had it in soil, and it wasn't doing so well. So then I moved it to perlite in a humidity dome. And it's got these crazy aerial roots growing up the sides here. And oh my gosh, yeah, they are wild. So, and I figured on a hot day like today, my sunroom is not insulated. Um, and I have the window open, so it's pretty humid in here. So I feel that if I were to repot it today, it would do pretty well because the humidity is pretty high in this room right now. I'm going to show you the mother plant for this guy as well. This is the mother. She also needs some TLC, but you can see she is doing pretty well. And I could not be happier. Here's the newest leaf coming through. It's unfurling. Um, I actually originally did not love Pink Princess Philodendron, but a friend of mine gave this to me as like a mealybug infested like mess and was like, good luck. And I was like, you know what? I love a challenge. So that's what this turned into. So yeah, now I'm like fully 180. I love her. I think that she is stunning. I love these half moon leaves right here. I just, I've come fully 180 on her. So because of that, I am willing to try with this baby and see if I can get her to look just like mom. So there's that. And then I also have this Anthurium. Um, I got it from the Big Plant Expo, and it has a crazy name. I am really new to Anthuriums in general, so this one's, I can't even make it out anymore. But if I can find, I think I wrote it down, so if I find it, I will put it on the screen somewhere. But yeah, it's like just very pretty. This newest leaf I'm like blown away by because when I got it, I think it only had those three bottom leaves. So to put out this leaf and then this newest leaf, I'm like, wow, I get it. I get why people love Anthuriums. So, and then if I feel ambitious, I have my propagation box, and there are quite a few props in here that have finally grown leaves that I can actually move to like pots. So that's in here. I have a bunch of fun stickers on them. So, but if I opened it up, you can see that there are some things that have leaves that are ready to get moved to soil. So we can take care of that today as well. And yeah, let's just get started. I have my little pots here. I have my potting mix that is just in an old pretzel container, and it is just soil, perlite, and orchid bark, and that's it. So let me go get a little like mat, and then we can get started. So I have my mat out. Let's open up this guy. Look at that. I am very happy with the root growth, at least aerial wise. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh my gosh, it's like rotted. Okay, we're still gonna try. The whole base like rotted off. That's so funny. And I guess the humidity dome just like was keeping it alive for however long. That is so funny. The stem, it doesn't stink, but I don't want to push my luck. Look at this. Wow, that is just juice. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, but that's okay. There's enough roots in here that I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to pot it all in one pot together and see what happens. And I don't see any other dead roots in here, so that's okay. And to put all of these guys together, let me feel this. See, this one is firm. If I squeeze it, there's no give to it. So I know that this is a healthy part of the pink princess. Wow, look at the roots on that guy. Oh my gosh. I know that you could give this like a pole to start climbing, but it's so small that I'm not really concerned. If anything, I would give the mother a pole. So yeah, I do think that, oh, you know what? Maybe I can just put it in deeper into a pot and those roots will find their way into the soil. If I angle them down like that instead of being out and wild, I think that's the way I'm going to do it. So with my cup, I have a bottom layer here of my soil. And then I'm going to put the biggest piece in there first and try to get the roots to kind of point themselves down into the soil. Ooh, okay, we're good. I thought I felt something rip. And then holding the roots in place, I'm going to add more soil, add another layer, and then give it a little shake. Okay. If anybody is watching this, let me know what your favorite plant content creators are. I already mentioned mine in the previous video, but I'd love to hear what everybody else kind of follows. And if there's other people to recommend. Right now I'm like binging all of Harley G's videos from oldest to newest. I don't even know if I'll keep these tiny ones because they don't even have much rootage. But that's okay because it already, in this pot alone, is like 3 plants. So I'm just making it tucked in and pretty looking. That looks good. So soil's in there, and then I got the plants in there, and I have as many roots in the soil as I can possibly get. So I'm happy with that. I have a little cover pot that I got from a friend a while ago. It says I dig you. And this one's done. Cool. If anything, I might put the humidity dome on top, but we'll see after today. I'm just going to leave it out in ambient air because, like I said, it's really humid in here. I'm like sweating so much you can't see. All right, on to my second plant, which is the Anthurium. I'm going to go about 1 inch bigger than the root ball, or bigger than this pot. So that's a perfect size up. And I don't know much about Anthurium repots. This is my first one. We're getting it live on video. Outside of like technically, I have a tissue culture. My first Anthurium ever is an Anthurium crystallinum, and it's a tissue culture, which I love doing tissue cultures. Um, so once I got that fully acclimated and into its new pot, like it's still in the original pot. So I never had to repot it. And the only reason I'm repotting this one is because it is drying out so frequently. So I know that it's time for it to size up. Wow. Look at the roots. Look at that one. Holy moly. That's awesome. So I'm very pleased with the roots on this. I also really enjoy that the seller put like such a fibrous soil mix for this. So it looks really healthy. I'm just going to move the root ball around a little bit just to like break it up. Nothing crazy, just a teeny bit so that it can expand into the new pot. So and if anybody's watching this, if there's any specific thing you'd like to see, just let me know. If not, I have a few ideas. I could do a plant tour. I can do a few repots and a few propagations. So yeah. Oh, you know what? I do have another plant that I'm going to do today. It's inside my house, so I will bring it out and pot that up as well. So here's our pot. Same as before, we're just going to do a base layer of soil. Just that much is good. And then pop in our Anthurium. This was literally the perfect size pot. Oh, I'm so pleased. And I have some sphagnum moss that I was putting at the top of the plant, and that was doing like a few different. I had that up there for a few different reasons. I had it up there to show me how dry the top was, like humidity wise, and I would just like give it a little squirt bottle to squirt it down, and also to help the like upper roots find their way into the soil. So that's what it looks like right there. But yeah, I think it looks great. Cool. All right, that's plant number 2. Let me get the third plant from inside, and we will do that one as well. I forgot the name for my Anthurium. I do have a label maker, so I probably will write a new label and put that on this little thing so that I don't forget the name of this guy. Should I ever decide to pollinate, which I know nothing about, so that will be something fun for a future video perhaps. All right, I'll be right back. My third plant is this Scindapsus exotica. It has been propagating in water for maybe a month, and I also have a Monstera Peru and a string of hearts propagating in here as well. So I'm gonna leave those two and take out the Scindapsus. Put the string of hearts back in, and the Monstera Peru. Tiniest little leaf and the tiniest little root. And move those and keep them in their water. But you can see that this is ready to go in a pot. So let's do that today. And I think for this one, I'm going to do a bigger sized pot. That should be good. Oh yeah, that's literally perfect. So let's get the soil in. So this was propagating in water. So after I put this in, the soil, I am going to water this thoroughly and keep the water or keep the soil moist for maybe like 2 weeks or so. And that way, like the roots have time to like adjust to their new medium. And I will probably water in everybody else as well, that I just took care of today. So, and you know what? There's like a tiny bit of like aerial roots that are growing right there. So I'm gonna try to push them into the soil just a touch and see if they like find their way and kind of like continue the propagation process, but just propagate them in the soil instead of water. So my favorite ways to propagate is by water. But I've also done perlite, just like you saw with the pink princess philodendron, and with sphagnum moss with my prop box, which I've decided I'm not gonna go through my prop box today. It is just too hot. I don't know if you can see, but I'm slowly getting sweatier as the video progresses. So I will just end it with these three, water them in, and I'll save the prop box for another video. But you can see it's already humid because of how warm it is in here. But yeah, that is everybody. And that was fun. All right. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.